They say life is full of surprises, but sometimes we miss them when we're not paying attention. And lately, I've been noticing these surprises. The kind that feel a little too personal, too random, but also kind of perfect. Carl Jung called it synchronicity, when inner and outer worlds meet in perfect timing with a deeper meaning to the individual. He once said, synchronicity is an ever-present reality for those who have eyes to see. And that's what this vlog is about. Just a bunch of unplanned clips, strange timings, and reminders that maybe life is trying to speak to us. Or the way I see it, little bits for connection. Just to clarify, none of this was scripted. It all happened naturally, and I'm sharing it as someone who was simply paying attention. If you're new here, hi, I'm Clarity, a chaotic introvert documenting the slow rebuild of a creative and meaningful life. So it started with this book, The Artist's Way, a course in discovering and recovering your creative self. In chapter 3, page 64, Julia Cameron talks about synchronicity. She writes, "Once you begin your creative recovery, you may be startled to find it cropping up everywhere." And then she says, "Fasten your seatbelt, the most remarkable things follow." At this point, I was still hesitant, but I had already had experiences that showed me there's more to this life than meets the eye, and so I stayed open. I'm starting week 3 today, which is recovering a sense of power. I've been pretty good with my morning pages. All it really is just a mind vomit. Just getting rid of all the activity in here and on paper so you can make way for your creativity to flow through. It feels so good just being able to create again without any pressure from myself or from any environment or from any other people. As I get older, I'm learning how to unlearn and coming back to my childlike nature where I was just curious again and I did things for the enjoyment of it, not trying to impress anybody. I think this aspect of growing up and coming back to my healing is just, it's quite the ride. It's like this, it literally goes like this, but it's not really like this, it's like this. When you draw a line through it, you're still going in this direction. Your lows don't hit as low as they used to before, but you know, I feel like that's what life is. The Artist Date, a weekly solo date with your creative self. Although for this day, I shared with a friend as we both are recovering creatives. It's an opportunity where you go out and do something just for fun, just for you. The goal is to wander and explore, like giving your inner artist space to play. Oh, we're gonna walk down this footstep case actually. It's autumn right now in Melbourne, but today's like 30 degrees or something. It feels so hot. I won't be surprised if it rains later on, because that's Melbourne. No, please, don't rain. Not gonna lie, being out here in a place full of people kind of overwhelms me a little bit because I'm so used to being at home, but it's a nice change every once in a while. One of my favorite parts about coming to the city is buskers. They do their own performances throughout the city. What I love is that you see the variety of people, like the varies of ages, from the youngest kids
appreciating it
to like seniors. Like they're just performing out of their enjoyment.
Oh yeah.
Isn't that amazing? People just be out here doing things they love doing, and they're doing it because they enjoy it.
Yeah.
Because it takes a lot of guts to be out here doing things like that.
Oh my god. You might be overthinking.
Yeah.
Nobody would watch me.
Exactly.
Oh my god. That's so scary.
I noticed though, like you get out of your head a lot when you do something you truly enjoy. And you do it because you don't care about what people think. That's one thing I've learned from these, I guess, like street artists or street performers.
That's why she needs to do busking as well.
Yeah, maybe since in the future. I actually bought a busking license during COVID. I don't think it's a license, I think it's a busking permit.
Okay.
So I bought one during COVID to actually do street performances, but because there was that lockdown, I didn't get to do it. So maybe, we'll see. Your inner artist is like a child. It thrives most when you feel safe and secure. As you move through the journey of creative recovery, there's a balance between sharing your art with the world and keeping some of it just for yourself. Julia Cameron talks about the importance of setting creative boundaries, and I found that this principle applies to every part of life. Boundaries are a way of honoring, valuing, and respecting yourself, not just as a person, but as a creator. For me, I used to hesitate expressing myself because I often felt I'd be too much, but now I've found a more grounded, balanced relationship with my creativity. Private joy is just as meaningful as public praise, and I think true creative freedom is in knowing you're allowed to do both.
I just finished my morning meditation. It's 6:12 a.m. right now. I've been waking up 4:30 a.m. for like probably over a month now, a month and a half. It was just one night randomly when I started waking up around 3 a.m., 4 a.m. And I thought that was strange and it felt like a nice time to get up. Then I came across a video by Wayne Dyer. Then he brought up that Rumi quote, which I'll find. The breezes at dawn have secrets to tell you. Don't go back to sleep. You must ask for what you really want. Don't go back to sleep. People are going back and forth across the door sill where the two worlds touch. The door is round and open. Don't go back to sleep. And when he brought that up, I'm like, oh, okay, so it's so strange. There must be a reason why I'm waking up early. It's so funny because just that change alone has already shifted my entire morning routine. And I've been reading this book by Carl Jung, Man and His Symbols, and I've been having such vivid dreams. I've just been like brain dumping it in the morning. There's just something different about that sense of peace and stillness you get around like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. when the whole world sleeps. It's so nice. I got distracted with work. I was supposed to like cook dinner probably like an hour ago. I was in flow state. Can't control that.
Mamãe me ligou contando uma história que a chuva levou todo equipamento. Só tem chão. As roupas do varal, os limão do quintal. E a pasta impermeável com os documentos. Eu disse à filha como é que vai ser. Ela disse não sei o que fazer. Vem pra cá, bota ela no avião, que eu durmo no chão. Fica calma, não tem pressa, tudo vai se resolver. Quando eu vi no aeroporto, no seu rosto o desgosto X. Será que é pra mim? Não vou me precipitar. Paciência é uma ciência, o tempo vou descobrir.
After dinner, we decided to watch How to Make Millions Before Grandma Dies, a story about a grandson reconnecting with his grandmother, caring for her in her final days, and the complex threads of family. Well, the very next morning, we received news that my partner's grandmother had passed away. We spent that morning quietly looking through old family photos, just reflecting on how the timing felt somewhat coincidental.
So I decided to run on a different route. I don't know why. I just felt compelled to run in a different area, and I ended up in a cemetery. I was running down the street, and then these two older ladies way ahead in front of me. So I thought they were walking towards like an exit that I could follow them. So I just jogged behind them, and then we ended up in a cemetery. But it was actually a pleasant surprise. It's actually so beautiful here. I remember growing up, I was kind of fearful of cemeteries for some reason. My perspective on death has changed so much as I've gotten older. In fact, I was talking about like death yesterday with my mom. And my mom was telling me, anak, anak means child, when it's my time to leave this earth. No, I'll be flying in spirit. And I don't want it to be a sad thing. I want it to be a celebration. It's so interesting how your perspectives change so much as you get older. But some people live their whole life not changing a single thing. Their beliefs, their view on the world, how they perceive certain people. And for me, I feel like that's the more unfortunate thing. Living your whole life and not learning different things, not having a conversation with a stranger and learning their backstory. Like, we never know what people are going through. Living is not an easy thing, guys. I know there are cultures out there that do celebrate death, or they do celebrate someone's passing, and they make it a fun thing, a beautiful thing. They make it a happy experience, and I think that's something I've chosen for myself.
If there's something I know about creativity, it is that presence is an integral part of it. Throughout the weeks, one of the most consistent tasks that Julia assigns in the book is to simply enjoy life. She says, making art begins with making hay while the sun shines. It begins with getting into the now and enjoying your day. It begins with giving yourself some small treats and breaks. And for this day, I went on a wonderful family trip to the beach.
I saw a hack online to stop the rug from like flying everywhere. You just, of course, put sand in the corner of the rug so it doesn't fly. This is life. Yay!
Good morning. We're going on a hike today. Yo, I had the craziest dream last night. I dreamt I had 4 cats and each cat had a superpower. I have no idea why I dreamt that, but I think I'm gonna have to unpack that later. I literally just finished writing my morning pages, and like midway through, my stomach started cramping so bad. Girlhood. Or it could possibly be something else. What the heck? I was feeling so good this morning when I woke up. I hope it doesn't get in the way of our hiking plans today, because I've been wanting to hike for such a long time. I think last time I went, probably 2 years ago. So it's been so long. Like, I really want to go. Pray for me.
On the way there, I just had this intuitive feeling that I wasn't in the best condition to hike given the stomach cramps I was experiencing. It lessened a bit that morning, but my desire to hike was stronger than my body's signals, so we left anyway. But when we got there, we couldn't hike.
You know what's funny? When I woke up this morning, I told you guys we're gonna go on a hike and I had a really bad stomach ache, and I felt like something was not gonna let me hike. Then we came today when it's blocked off.
Since we had already driven an hour, we decided to have lunch instead. Later that day, my friend randomly messaged me saying she and her colleagues were planning a hike that weekend and invited me. I said yes. By then, I was feeling fine. It worked out, just not in the way I expected. Sometimes the timing we want isn't the timing we need, and when things don't go to plan, doesn't mean they've gone wrong, might mean they're falling into place.
I can't help but think that there is something more to find, more to life than what I have right here, right now. Used to call it stable, now I call it stuck. Letting go, yeah, that's tough, but maybe it's all for the better and it's meant to be. It's gonna hurt at first, but then eventually it's gonna seem like it was always meant to be. It was always meant to be.
Oh my god!
Check your face.
My face card! My face card.
Check your acid.
Yeah.
As a group, we all set the goal to reach the top together and enjoy the view. But hikes aren't easy. Some of us were more experienced than others. We all had different strengths, weaknesses, and limits. And through it, we were each being challenged in our own way. It wasn't a competition to see who could get there first. The real challenge was within ourselves. There were moments I had to stop and take breaks because my body was struggling. Somewhere along the way, half the group ended up on a different trail without even realizing it. We thought we were following the same path, but things happen. Obstacles show up, plans shift, but we still kept going. And even though our paths split, I just had this deep knowing there was still something beautiful waiting at the end for each of us, even if we didn't know what it looked like yet.
You probably already made it at the top.
It's been so long since I pushed my body this hard, but like in a good way. And I'm not like without fearing myself so much. I guess it's the first time I felt trust and safety in my body.
When I finally reached the top, the group was incomplete, but I still felt so grateful because somehow, even though we were standing in different places, we were all witnessing the same view just from different angles. I think it's no different from life. We're all navigating the same world, just seeing it from different perspectives, still connected even when we're apart.
I miss my bed.
2 years ago, I had set an intention to get a cat. I was flip-flopping between a Russian blue and a British Shorthair, but dominantly entertained the idea of a British Shorthair. I knew the exact color I wanted, a grayish cat I'd name Ash. I never went out of my way to get the cat because I didn't feel ready to be a parent yet, given my housing arrangements are still being settled, but unintentionally, I had entertained the idea of Ash whenever I missed a cat's presence in my life. Well, suddenly, my dad sent me this. And yes, I was shook. My partner was shocked too, knowing that that was exactly what I wanted, and we told nobody about it. Of course, I had to see Ash that weekend. Turns out my dad had a friend that needed someone to adopt his cat, and so my dad gladly took Ash in, and Ash was born in 2023, the same year I set that intention.
Is that supposed to be hello?
It's supposed to be hello.
That sounds mean.
Benny mo.
My dad, who wasn't originally fond of cats, I think has now been converted.
Cute. Oh, he's falling asleep.
This is falling asleep.
Yeah, his eyes are closing.
Take your time, fall in line someday.
Actually, haven't been to an Australian souvenir shop, even though I was born and raised here my whole life, and never really had a reason to. Penguin. Let's see what they have. Koalas, of course. Oh my god, a kaleidoscope! Whoa. My hand's literally shaking. Of course, this would be a kid's toy. Oh, here, yours! I found your name, Bella!
Streets and flea markets are one of my favorite places to find inspiration. And on this day, the market was alive, bustling with energy, just waiting to be explored.
Like inspired by all the things people have been creating and selling. I got something for my little cousin. It's so cute. These are old bags. It looks like it's a cassette. Yeah. Everyone's so creative.
I left the market with a renewed sense of why I create. Sometimes the best inspiration doesn't come from scrolling or forcing it, but just from walking, observing, and being receptive to what comes your way.
Back at my parents' house because it's the weekend, but I just graduated, finished up this whole journal full of pages. I have never written this much in my life. It's the first time I've actually been pretty consistent with it every morning. Wow, I feel so proud. Like, just something like this, I feel so proud. I was just thinking about how for so long I always felt like I wasn't qualified to talk about my life or to talk about the experiences I've had, me being usually the youngest one in the group. It was always dismissed. I felt like I wasn't even allowed to explore my own experiences, and that I felt in a way stupid for doing so. You don't have to be qualified to just share your own stories. No one tells you what you can or cannot share. It's at the end of the day, it's up to you, and if you want to creatively express it, do it. And that was a mistake I've learned, is that like, why should I suppress that creative part of me just because other people are uncomfortable with their authentic feelings and I'm okay with sharing it? That's why I blocked my creative dreams for so long. And you know, I'm not mad about it. It's just me, like, I guess coming to an understanding of what happened and forgiving that, forgiving them, forgiving myself. And like, I'm so happy that
this first book is like a physical representation of getting that initial hurdle of just showing up every day. This freedom to write on these pages have started to translate in me being able to talk to the camera, or like the videos I film or the places I go to and take photos of. Like, it's been so freeing.
As a way to honor this new chapter, I gifted myself something small but meaningful: a new journal, ready to hold whatever unfolds next.